West looks down low, finds Gugliotta with a fake, puts it up, and he's fouled by Bill Whittington.
Gugliotta, great position underneath. They talked about stopping him, holding him to 6 points in the first quarter, none in the second, but so far 7 here. Good pass underneath. Up he goes, and Bill Whittington in the foul, and the center is struggling here now tonight. Bill sits down, and who we got in here?
Randy Brown. Terry Porter comes back, and Stephon Marbury will lead.
So Gugliotta with a chance to put this team ahead. Biggest Timberwolves lead was 2 points early in that first quarter.
Missed it. Dennis fights for the rebound, tapped it out, and it'll belong to Minnesota.
He kicked the cameraman. He was really upset. Really upset. Went up in the air, came down on the camera. You thought he sprained his ankle.
Well, there's all kinds of equipment right there, and the cameraman is hurt.
There's a struggle for it. He comes over here on the cameraman and steps on the camera, and that's what he was upset about.
Now the man acts like he's dying.
Here they go, fighting for the ball, and that's where he comes up to the camera, steps on the camera. That's where he's upset.
Dennis says, I didn't do much.
Well, you can almost see the man is in some pain there. You understand that, but you can almost see a dollar bills floating around there. One more look at it as we get ready to get back to action. Rodman looks like he's got the inside. Garnett over the shoulder, over the shoulder. Now Dennis fights for it out of bounds, and I think he steps on the camera and turns his ankle, and that's what upset him. Then he reaches out and gives him a kick in the leg.
Dennis kind of smiling. I mean, it's.
Well, they have made a dramatic comeback to tie the score here against the Bulls, and the missed free throw now by Gugliotta.
He's got about 8 guys around him now. Well, let's take a look at a couple things as this guy lays on the floor. Timber Pups, the youngest duo ever in the NBA, youngest 2 players ever in the league. Marbury's 19 years old, averages 16 points. Garnett, 20 years old, averages about 15.
Well, guess what they're doing tonight? Garnett has got his average 16, and Marbury's got his average 21.
Luke, can you go over and help this guy get up or something? This is a joke.
Well, you know what? I'm not by a monitor, so I don't know what Dennis said. I just hope that it doesn't mess him up for the rest of tonight's game, because psychologically, you know, things run through someone's mind when a pro athlete does something to someone in the stands or a cameraman in this situation. So who knows? I just wanted to talk about the Garnett-Marbury relationship. These guys met 4 years ago at a basketball camp, and they have been great friends ever since. Garnett tells this story about he was watching the NBA draft last year, and when he heard that Minnesota had traded with Milwaukee to get Marbury, he claims he jumped out his window onto his deck and then onto his trampoline in his backyard here in Minneapolis. Minneapolis. He was so excited that the team had acquired Marbury, his good friend now. Before training camp opened, imagine these two guys, 19 and 20 years old. What can they do here in Minneapolis over the summer? Obviously, they can't hang out in nightclubs and go to bars, so what these two guys did was they did anything any other 19, 20-year-olds would do. They hung out at the Mall of America, played video games, and spent a lot of time at Garnett's house. Apparently, Garnett has all kinds of games in his new house thanks to his big $6 million contract, so they played Sega Genesis and other things.
Hey, Luke. Hey, Lou.
Yes, sir.
Listen, what is he doing with the trampoline in his yard? The young kid's got a great future in front of him. The last thing you want him to do is to go out and bounce on a trampoline and come down on that wrong.
You know, the guy's so full of energy. Yeah, he needs something like that. Obviously, Mikhail forgot to put that in the contract when they put in.
Let him stay in the video stores. It's safer there.
Hey, Bulls fans, you can become part of the Bulls team by joining the Chicago Bulls Fan Club, presented by Blockbuster Video. Call the Bulls at 312-455-4000 or visit any Chicagoland Blockbuster Video location for more information. We'll take a break. We'll come back. 3:44 left, and the Bulls and Timberwolves are tied at 71.
All right, thanks a lot, Lou. And again, we're going to go inside the Bulls locker room, but I really want to address this Dennis Rodman issue right now. I promised we'd talk about it. I know it's going to be a big topic in Chicago tomorrow. Again, Dennis Rodman, with 3:44 to go in the third quarter, gets tangled up outside the baseline underneath the basket and allegedly kicked a photographer that was obviously wearing a press pass shooting the game. Let's show the play right now on videotape. Norm, I want your reaction, and who's at fault?
Well, I think right here, there's no one at fault. Basically, this is the name of the game, and actually, Dennis is, when you want to get down to it, it's the wrong guy. This guy wasn't involved. This guy's sitting to the right of this cameraman that's just left. And let me tell you something, Steve, this happens every game. Someone's going to go into the stands or in the lower part, because the NBA is going to put those seats on them around the floor with the camera people, the press people, and it happens. Now, quite a few other ball players run into camera people out there, and it happens almost every game. You can count on 2 or 3, 4 times it's going to happen. However, let me put it this way, it's quite often that Dennis seems to be confronting with someone underneath the bucket. I don't know. You want to get in trouble? Continue to kick and hit people. Then that's the way it goes. All I know is this, and I'm saying it from experience. I'm saying from what I see every day, so I don't need to be second-guessed by half the people out there, whatever the deal is. This happens all the time, but I don't see everybody else slugging people and kicking people.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. Now, I have had it myself. I have run into a camera guy where I had a camera that big, a lens on my leg and thigh, where I've hurt people and I've pushed and knocked people out of the way. But at the same time, Steve, it's a big issue if we're going to make it a big issue. And at this point, I don't see a lot of people going in, slugging and hitting and knocking people out of the way. Dennis just seems to take it up a little more than usual, I guess. I don't know. I don't understand it, but actually, to tell the truth, he hit the wrong guy this time.
Yeah, obviously, and who knows how much this gentleman was hurt. We've been fighting about it in the newsroom. Whose fault? Did this guy really hurt? Who knows? Yeah. We can't say the guy wasn't hurt, because who knows what the guy brought into the game, right?
Steve, the best way to have this done, and whether it's whose fault it is, who's hurt, and what's going on, is not to hit anybody.
Exactly.
That will end all the speculation, and end all that, and that way you won't get into it. Because you are going to run into camera people. You are going to run into press people sitting underneath that bucket.
All right. Well, still to come on the Sports Channel Report. We're going to go live inside the Bulls locker room as promised, and also Norm will be back with his keys to the game. Here's Dennis Rodman inside the Bulls locker room.
His head on, I mean, and go the right direction. He has a bright future. You know, he wants to be a Magic Johnson, but a little thinner. So, you know, but he has a great talent. He has a great talent. So, he don't talk trash like most of the young kids in this league. Like Marbury, I couldn't believe how many shots did he take tonight, Marbury?
Almost as bad as Iverson.
I can't believe that. I mean, he just comes down and fired up. I'm like, that's the reason why you won't fucking win, because you shoot too damn much. He's not a team player. I mean, I think he was so concentrated trying to beat Michael Jordan, trying to outplay Michael Jordan. He forgot all about the damn concept of playing a team game.
That's what he said as soon as he came into the league. All he couldn't wait for anything to play Michael Jordan.
See, he need to go back to school and learn how to fucking get his head together.
Marbury?
Yeah. Quit worrying about trying to have personal goals with people in this league. That's not going to get you. That's not going to get you far in this league. You know.
All right, Dennis Rodman right there, and we apologize for any profanity right there. Dennis a little fired up tonight, and sometimes he's worth talking to. Sometimes he is not worth talking to. When you hear the F word a couple times, he's not worth talking to, right?
Well, yeah, basically he's always worth talking to. It's just that we need, for our own sake, to bail on out, because it's very interesting at every given opportunity to talk to Dennis, but at times we just
certain
can't,
individuals, right?
We can't share that type of adjectives that go along with it. Let's put it that way.
Exactly. Minnesota.